close friend to Iran and once America, Ahmad Chalabi has died as a result of a heart attack at his Baghdad home, according to Iraqi television. His death marks the final chapter of a politically charged life, nourished by secrets and lies. One of the first to respond to Washington's calling in 2003, he was quickly installed as the front man for the immediate post-invasion government, ushered to his seat in the National Assembly by occupying powers. After a short stint as Iraq's interim oil minister, he became deputy prime minister in the early years of Iraq's destruction by US and allied forces, but his plans to secure a seat in Iraq's 2005 parliamentary elections fell to pieces. 1956 is the year his exile began after his family embarked upon a new life overseas in Britain, where Chalabi was awarded a doctorate in mathematics. He lived a dual existence as a banker in London and as a leading figure of the umbrella Iraqi opposition group, the National Congress, eventually sniffing out the opportunity for success in the lead-up to America's war. The oppositional figure was both a key proponent and supporter of the invasion. He applauded the transformation of his country by US hands into a state redrawn along sectarian lines. His popularity after his homecoming in 2003 proved incredibly thin and, above all else, short-lived. Earlier hopes that he could drive Iraq towards prosperity dissolved into insignificance after the lies that he fed America regarding Saddam's weaponry were exposed. French intelligence leaked 3 years ago stating that he had worked as a pro-Iranian operator, led to his eventual fallout with Washington. His colleagues in Iraq described him as a great politician who played by the rules and whose absence will be most felt. Fellow citizens may remember him differently, a morally culpable man who invited outside powers into his country who continued to manipulate its fate. More than 2 decades since the Second Gulf War ended, yet the case for reparations to Kuwait remains open. Aware of Iraq's financial troubles, Kuwait has agreed to defer the final payments for the 1991 war and consequent damages by another year. An estimated 700 of Kuwait's oil wells were destroyed. The wildfires that caused the devastation, which took months to extinguish, are those which Iraq is still paying for. A total outstanding sum of $4.6 billion is still owed, debts which Iraq's former government accepted by way of the United Nations Resolution 674. The postponement, according to Khalid al-Mudaf, head of the commissions handling the reparations, is allegedly based on sympathy for Iraq to ease the reparations burden. Other analysts believe that the pushback is a political move designed to prolong the life of the current Iraqi state. The delay was officially requested by Baghdad, not for the first, but the second time, as it still struggles to finance its budget deficit. But the final payments owed may knock back Iraq's forever shrinking economy even further. The money generated by Iraq's crude oil exports has been used to generate the payment of war reparations at a total of 5% a year. The looming concern is whether the government can in fact make next year's payment, and it seems once again that it's the people of Iraq who are paying for the costs of war.